West Side. I'm triple gold. Yeah, picture me rolling with some Dayton's on the Benz. I got no love for you niggas, ain't no need to be friends. Included you in my vision, thought you wanted to win. Cut you out, I tore it down and built it over again. Shit ain't stopping, I'ma pop it till the day is the end. Made myself in the beginning, then I made me again. When it's over, ice my shoulder, I ain't making amends. Play that trick in CeeLo Green, let it blow in the wind. I'm smoking better than I ever did. Gas prices just dropped, guess who got it in? Come get a fill up while the price right. In the dark, I'm shining like a night light. Cutting snow cap, the weed whiter than ice spice. Like Mike, what I say when they ask how I'm trying to ball. Y'all thinking Calvin Cambridge, but I went bald and all. Long story short, I'm never folding, but niggas still wishing and hoping. Picture me rolling, shining when you see me outside. I be chain smoking side, got me out of my mind. She be calling, trying to kick it, but it's hard to find time. Wake up in the morning, thank God, and then grind. Yeah, I don't pop pills, can you picture me rolling? 4K still, can you picture me rolling? Undeveloped film, can you picture me rolling? Fuck a record deal, can you picture me? Picture me, you niggas tickle me. Ain't fucking with my baby pictures, is you kidding me? Triple gold, made Dayton daily, I'm back in that mode. Before the summer's over, match me, I smoke out the bowl, make it roll. In the beginning, shit was going slow. Pack drop, this growing wings, come get it before it's gone. Check the mail, break a box like I'm Donkey Kong. Did a reel, made a sale before I up the post. Phone ringing, where you at? I'm on the way to you. Out the trunk, I made a killing, I know Ray Caruth. You can't dunk if you need me to throw the alley-oop. Never seen a meal, but it's coming soon, I found the loop. Went to Muse, in the dark you see my jewelry gleam. Had to make some chicken soup, them niggas sick of me. I'm back together, niggas wanna see me broken. Of course I had to triple my golden. Picture me rolling, shining when you see me outside. I be chain smoking side, got me out of my mind. She be calling, trying to kick it, but it's hard to find time. Wake up in the morning, thank God, and then grind. Yeah, I don't pop pills, can you picture me rolling? 4K still, can you picture me rolling? Undeveloped film, can you picture me rolling? Fuck a record deal, can you picture me? West Side. I'm so motherfucking triple gold. Niggas hoped it was over, but in my mind, we just getting started.
Oscar Mike Radio is a proud podcast partner of Wreaths Across America Radio, heard every Thursday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern. They're also big supporters of the nonprofit I Got Your Six, Two Lives at Once. And with every Wreath you sponsor through Oscar Mike Radio, $5 goes back to this great organization dedicated to making a difference in the lives of veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders battling PTSD. Two Lives at Once pairs these brave men and women together with dogs rescued from kill shelters. In this way, two lives are saved at the same time by saving each other. Donate now. Go to wreathsacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio to help. That's wreathsacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio.
There was peace unknown. I set out to get you with a fine-tooth comb. I was soft inside. There was something going on.
Monotony. It comes in all shapes and sizes. Dull, tedious, just plain boring. But what is this? A contender, perhaps? Something unboring by the looks of it. jabs right at dull, an uppercut to tedium, something that keeps you on your toes, keeps your head on a swivel, a knockout punch to your old, boring workouts. Welcome to Fight Camp.
Look at this! Holy cow! He is going for a gold buckle. Knocks it out of the park. 90 points.
Maybach music.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me? 'Cause I just wanna...
Get ready! Woo! We are on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on skunk liquor.
Yeah, every bar's holy, straight divinity. Great stability with ancient wizardry. God goes writing on the page after I prayed, he visits me. My frame is spiritually plateauing when angels lifted me.
What's up, world? What's up, world? It's your boy Lito with my co-host Sinista1 Productions, and you are now in tune with the Turnbuckles and Spilled Liquor podcast. Our guest tonight is Mr. Joseph Bruen of All Axxess Entertainment and New England Fan Fest. How you doing, sir?
Good, man. What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys taking the time.
Listen, we appreciate you coming on, man.
It's my pleasure.
Yes, sir. We really do, man. You're a big deal, man.
I don't know about that.
For sure. One of the things that I like to do whenever we do have a guest is you know what I mean? I'm an advocate for mental health, so I always check on people. So if you were to put your mental wellness today between 1 and 10, 1 being low, 10 being the highest, what would you say you are today?
I think we're in a good place. I'd say 10.
Nice.
Positive day.
Yes. That's dope. What about you, Sinister?
I'm about the 8. I'm about the 8 today. You know, this cold weather is lingering here in Massachusetts. You know, it's teasing us with the 40 degrees this week. You're going to see people outside in shorts with a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. You know how we just do it, yeah. A hoodie with some shorts and a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee means it's 40-degree weather outside.
Yep.
A hoodie with some shorts on? I thought it was just me to do that sometime. I'm a solid 10, man. Like today was like 55 today, so I wasn't mad at the weather. It was a nice day, you know, coming out from work. You know, you're tired, but that sun hit you, you feel good.
Yep, changes it up right there and then.
Yeah, exactly, man. So you got a New England Fan Fest coming up. Talk a little bit about, you know, the event.
Yeah, it's the 10th installment of New England Fan Fest. Kind of mixing it up this time around. It's more specifically a sports and toy show. So it's really a little bit of everything for everybody. So if you like wrestling, if you like sports, if you like collectibles and toys, even if you just like one of those things, there's going to be tons of it. So, you know, it's definitely going to be something cool for the fans. Coming to Seekonk, Massachusetts for the first time. It's a new location for us. It's right on 213 Taunton Avenue, Route 44, at the Ramada Inn Hotel, and we're really looking forward to it, man. We got lots of great stars coming in. We have WWE Hall of Famers like Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Sergeant Slaughter will be there. G.I. Joe, of course, so great tie-in to toys. Kurt Angle is headlining the show, another Hall of Famer. You know, we've got some WWF legends like the Mountie Jacques Rougeau. Gangrel will be there. ECW, for any of the ECW fans, you have the Sandman, of course. Maven from Tough Enough. You know, he won the very first Tough Enough, so that's pretty special. And he's been popular as of late with his YouTube videos and stuff like that. And of course, Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder. He is on fire right now. Obviously, you see him; he's everywhere. So we're looking forward to having him. And we also have some TNA representation with Alicia Edwards and Die Hard Eddie Edwards, and of course Brian Myers, formerly Kurt Hawkins. Buff Bagwell will be there from WCW.
Nice.
And we've got the reinforcer Andrew Anderson, who was in the movie The Wrestler, wrestles independently. He's been in a bunch of commercials. And Rhode Island Comic Con just joined on, and they announced Melina, former WWE women's champion. So we're really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's a stacked lineup. It's really come together. And Hollywood Haley J from NWA Power and OVW, she's going to be there as well. We have Teddy Goods and Smart Mark Sterling from AEW as well.
Wow. That's stacked.
Yeah.
Look, I was like, we may need to get a table at the lab. We might have to figure something out here, because this could be an event for Turnbuckles. I mean, like I said, Lito has been doing a show for 3-4 years, but Lito wanted to follow his heart and do a wrestling podcast. And that's why we switched over towards the end of last year to do this Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor. And we've been blessed to have people like you on the show, John Casey on the show, Sheldon Goldberg on the show, Ryan Drew on the show. These are big New England names and people who are really respected here in the wrestling world. And you mentioned Teddy Goods. Teddy Goods is another one that's well known in this area. New England, we've talked about this on the show. I've told people, New England is one of those places that doesn't get the credit that it deserves for what we feed into the wrestling industry. When you look at some of the greats like John Cena, you've got guys like Carmelo Hayes, you've got people like Killer Kowalski, who trained all of these people. Spike Dudley is still down here in that area, down by you in that Fall River area and all that stuff. People forget China came through Killer Kowalski in this area. People forget the amount of people who have come through here and have made that name for themselves in professional wrestling. Kevin Owens, I remember KO coming through here as Kevin Steen when he was younger.
Yep.
Ring of Honor, yep.
So the talent that has come through New England, there's a reason why the Kowloon is the place that everybody stops at when they come in New England for wrestling. There's a reason for it. You
have A-Train, Albert, you've got Perry Saturn, you've got Fandango, so many come out of New England. Yeah.
Yeah, great
Perry
stuff.
Saturn.
And then you talked about the toy part, which you can see my partner here. He's big on the
As am I.
I was looking up there and seeing what you got up top there. I'm like, I see 2 Sandmans, a Jimmy Hart, Roddy Piper.
Gotta get that Sandman variant, right?
Yeah, Cactus Jack.
How does one put this event together? Because you've got so much stuff coming in, man. How do you put this together and balance it?
Well, I mean, I do it the right way, so I always start far in advance, sometimes a year in advance. This particular show, I think we started out about 8 months ago, and just promote the heck out of it. We do the paid ads online. We do, we've done commercials in the past. We do a lot of radio and podcasts and try to get the word out there as much as possible. It is a new location for us, so we kind of bounce around. We've done East Providence at the Bright Ridge Club. We've done the Crown Plaza in Warwick, Rhode Island 4 times. We've been in Fairhaven at the Seaport Inn, and this will be our first time at the Ramada in Seekonk. So looking forward to it because you have that core base of fans that are going to come no matter where it is.
Exactly.
And now we're able to introduce it to a whole new, some people, how New England is, Seekonk, they don't want to drive to Fall River, it's too far, or, vice versa. So now it could open up the door to a whole group of people that haven't had the opportunity to go. And it's affordable for the whole family. It's only $10 for adults, general admission to get in the door. And children 10 and under get in for free. So, there's going to be a bunch of cosplayers for the kids or adults. And, you could take free photos with all the cosplayers. We'll have comic books for sale. There's going to be a few artists there. Tons of toys and collectibles, non-wrestling and wrestling. There'll be tons of WWE figures and pop figures, and we have a bunch of sports vendors with all the sports cards and the Pokemon cards, and so there's truly something for everybody. It's going to be good. And I'm happy to bring it to a new location, and see some new faces.
Damn.
Super dope, man.
Look, so April is that month where everybody's been cooped up all winter. I've always said April's kind of good to have an event because that's when people are cooped up and they want to get out. And I was telling Lito, I was like, Lito, I hate to say this, but this might be one of these events. You might have to come to Boston. It might be really worth it. We might have to check.
What day is it on again?
It's a Saturday, right? April.
Yeah, Saturday, April the 5th.
April 5th.
Yeah, it's 10 a.m. to 4
right
p.m.
before my.
We might have to talk off air and see what a vendor table costs.
Yeah, we have to see because April 8th I'll be flying to Orlando, so
you'd have to swoop in and swoop out. You'd have to swoop in and swoop out.
It'd be a quick, yeah. April 8th I'll be flying to Orlando because we're going to the Bahamas.
We might have to talk some stuff off air.
For sure.
You've got a lot of people coming. And, one of the things we talked about, me and Lito, was the funny things that you have, too. Not only do you have people come, but you've got this breakfast with Gangrel that they've got going on. And he's going to be signing and I'm like, man, that's something I would be like, damn. Breakfast with Gangrel, and then you get the wooden steak. I'm like, now you're really thinking about it's just not it's not your normal meet and greet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they made it very unique, and it's $100. You get the picture with Gangrel at the show. You get, I think, 1 or 2 autographs from him on your items. I think you get one of their 8x10s. You get the steak, like you said, and you get breakfast, and it's just right down the street at Pozzi's Place, great diner. It's maybe a 5-minute drive, not even, and it's right before. It's about an hour before the Fan Fest starts, and it's a great opportunity for any fans. It's limited, so it's only open to, limited amount of fans, and you get to hang out with Gangrel and just chat it up and enjoy breakfast before the show. It's a great experience for longtime fans or kids that are, would be blown away for an opportunity like that.
I'd have to say that's one of my favorite stables that I would wish would come back.
The Brood.
The Brood?
Yeah. That was one of the most underrated stables out there.
Well, Edge tried to summon, that persona, and then it just didn't work out. The Judgment Day kind of kicked his butt. But it was dope when he came with he had the new, what was it? Who was he going against? Was it Finn?
It was Finn Balor. That was the Finn Balor match. Yeah. That was the Finn.
He came back with the
He
new
busted
music.
Finn Balor open. He accidentally busted Finn open on that match. Yeah, that was a crazy match.
Man, that match was crazy.
And I should mention, it's a good opportunity not just for local fans that want to dip in, meet a couple people, or buy some toys, some sports stuff, and then dip out. But it's also good for people that want to kind of make a trip out of it. They can come on there, stay at that hotel. Rooms are available at a discounted room rate for New England Fan Fest specifically. There's a bar and restaurant, right inside of the hotel. There's an ATM on site. It's Dunkin' Donuts across the street. You can't go wrong. Come on now, Rhode Island, Massachusetts area. So, and but everything you need is in that one spot. So if you are vacationing, you don't have to travel here and there to different things. It's all right there, and it's just a good opportunity to kind of hang out. A lot of the fans do, a lot of the vendors do, so you get to mingle with people the night before, and you'll see people, bump into people. It's good.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, that vendor networking is crazy. Because you're meeting a lot of the amount of vendors that you already have on. I'm seeing. I'm like, damn, that's a ton of networking to get your card out there and network as a vendor. The possibilities of just, if you can go there and just link up with 2 vendors out of the 100 that it looks like you almost have, it's crazy. It's crazy, So
it is, man. We're gonna have to talk.
wife. You got to see if the wife's gonna let that
My
work.
wife gonna kill me. I gotta go somewhere the weekend before I gotta fly to Boston. Sinister gonna pick me up. Don't worry. Sinister gonna pick me up.
You wouldn't be disappointed though. It would be a great time. Love to have you guys there.
Yeah, man, that'd be dope. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to figure it out. Cause like, I'm a avid toy collector too. So like I just love like being able to get something that maybe that is not here in Ohio just to have like for my own collection. I mean, I got a lot of stuff. Let me move out the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff up there. And that's only half the wall. I just yeah. So yeah, we definitely have to talk. So you said this is gonna be April 5th.
Yeah, Saturday, April 5th from 10 to 4.
10 to 4.
Yeah.
Is there anything going on Friday or Sunday?
Sometimes we do like Hall of Fame ceremony the night before, but this time no, just Saturday. So it'll just be that morning.
I like that, to be honest. I think it's, like I said, it's April. It's coming out of that winter funk.
It's super affordable for people. That's dope, man.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's super affordable. You really can't get into most conventions for less than $30. Most of these conventions, so
yeah,
$10
because we have something up here.
Free.
It's called Horror Hound Weekend, and those tickets are like $50.
Yeah,
and I mean you get to meet all like the people, and you see all the cosplay and all that as well.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's like horror flicks and stuff like that. So you get to meet all of those actors and actresses. But you're also paying for, their autograph or for them to sign things and take pictures with you and stuff like that. I met Rhino at there one time.
A man beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I was like, shit, Rhino.
Would you be open to allowing to have a promotion come in and host the wrestling event like we had last year? Remember, AEW had problems selling tickets, and then they linked up with a convention up almost out by you, Lito. Remember last year? And they decided in Columbus they ended up doing the AEW event inside this
convention. Yeah.
The convention that they had. Would you be open to something like that if an AEW came and said, "Hey, we'd like to just do something with some of our local prospects and stuff"? Would you be open for that and for future FanFest events?
I mean, you never know. Never say never. It's not something that I would shut the door on for sure. I think when you get into live wrestling shows as part of a convention, it brings it to that whole other level, of it's hard to explain. Like, there's so much more that goes into it. So it would be a great undertaking to do something like that, so you'd have to make sure that you have enough hands and enough, people that know what they're doing to help you out because, I'm pretty much a one-man show with the FanFest. I've got my great staff that help. Yeah, they help me out every year. But as far as like, putting it together and doing the advertising and stuff like that, it's a lot of work,
right.
So to tag on, some people may look at it as, oh, it's just a wrestling show to add on, but it really is kind of a whole other event that you're,
right.
It's a lot of work. So
that would be a lot for sure.
Yeah. So I feel like something like a convention too, you just can't give them matches. I feel like if you're doing something at a convention, you want to have that nostalgic. Now you bring in like a Spike Dudley and somebody and bring that. You want to have nostalgia matches. I think if you were to do something like that, you just can't bring a promotion and just say, yeah, just throw a couple of matches. I don't think that flies. Right. I don't think that works. I think you want to take people back or bring them into the. I think that's how you cross it. And just do whatever you can. That would be cool.
Yeah, you got to spice it up. It can't just be another show. You know what I mean? And we always try to do something special. Like, over the years, we've had a Ministry of Darkness reunion photo op where it was Gangrel and Viscera and Midian and, you have them all together. We've done a Men on a Mission reunion, Mo Mabel Oscar. We've done a Scott Hall photo op with the ladder. So you're both climbing up the ladder and going for the belt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've
mine.
done, you know.
That would have been mine. I'd have been all over that one.
That's dope.
We've done some cool stuff over the years. So we always try to tie in, you know, something different. And like I said, you know, New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame usually ties in with the weekend. But we do that every few years. So this time around, I, you know, kind of mixed it up, and it's a sports and toy show. So that's kind of the different aspect that we're going for this year, and see how that works and how it ties in, if it ties in well. I think so far the feedback's been really well received.
That's dope.
That Scott Hall one, that's the one when you look at the wife and you got to say, get the card.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the card out.
I'm sure that Men on a Mission one was probably dope.
That was cool too. Yeah, to get all three of them in one spot, you know, a very cool opportunity for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got the Strike Force together.
Ooh.
Chief J Strongbow. You know, Howard Finkel used to host all of my events.
Chief J Strongbow.
Chief J was one of his last public appearances before he passed.
Wow.
Back in 2011, and had the whole headdress and everything. He was he was an awesome with the fans, and obviously a cool photo op. You know.
He used to wear his headdress when he went to the Kowloon.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Chief J would have that headdress on when he went to the Kowloon in the North Shore. That was one. I believe there's a picture of him hanging in the Kowloon with that headdress on while being there.
Oh.
So yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So when you talk about the as far as like the toy, the people that are going to be there selling their toys or selling different toys, how do you go about picking out those? Are they local, or are they people from, you know, different states that reached out and want to bring toys, or how do you figure that part out?
Well, I mean, when we announced that vendor tables were on sale, they sold out maybe in a week or two. I mean, it was very quick.
Man.
So most of the vendors this time around are local. We do have a couple that are flying in from further away, maybe one or two, but for the most part, they're all local this time around. And it's cool because it's not, you know, like I said, it's not just wrestling toys. You'll see other toys too, but I'm sure there'll be a ton of wrestling toys in general, you know. But they have everything: pop figures, wrestling figures. They have loose. They have, you know, mint on card. They have all the trading cards, and you know, just walking around the Fan Fest last year, because I was running it, you know, you're running around like a maniac. You don't get to stop and enjoy and everything. And you see the videos after the fact, and you're like, man, look at all those great vendors. There were so many toys and different things to choose from at that show, wrestling toys. And you know, I missed it all, but it was great to see that they had such a selection, and I think we're going to have the same this year.
Wow.
Nice. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So tell people how to can people buy online, or do they just go to the, you know, show up and be at the door, or how can they purchase tickets?
Yeah, so if you're not a fan of you know, using cash, you can purchase tickets right now, allaccessentertainment.com. That's Axxess with 2 X's. allaccessentertainment.com. Once you're on there, you just click on New England Fan Fest 10, and you'll see the link right there to buy tickets. Like I said, just $10, and I think there's a $1 service fee online, so $11. And yeah, you know, it's again, children 10 and under get in for free. And then the day of the show, you can pay cash. It's cash only the day of the show, so $10 at the door, and that'll get you in. They'll give you a wristband, so you can go in and out of, you know, the event as you please. You won't have to wait in line each time. You just show the wristband as you're walking in. They'll let you right in. And it's going to be separated into 2 rooms. You know, one's going to have about 50 tables. The other one, probably about 20, 30 tables. So we got lots going on. And we also have Dead Stock coming. They're a great horror vendor. So they're going to have like horror themed merchandise and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's pretty cool too. Horror toys and collectibles, that sort of thing. So
that's dope too. I got a couple horror toys. I got like Michael Myers toys and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be dope, man. Hopefully I can, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully
we got Felicia Felicia's in the chat tonight again. One of our
What's up, Felicia? How you doing?
She's doing good.
We're also going to have a professional photographer there with a backdrop. So for fans or children that want to meet the cosplayers specifically, get your free photos with the cosplayers, and certainly, get them right at the backdrop, and then they'll be posted online after the fact, and you can just download it from there. So that's a good opportunity. So yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of little things going on, and there'll be different activities going on, that sort of thing. So.
And that's convenient too, because you take, it'll prevent you from having to take your own photo. You take a photo with the cosplayer and then just grab it later.
Yep. Yeah, we'll post it right on the New England Fan Fest page on Facebook, and you just take it right off of there. So.
Wow,
nice.
This is sounding like a great event.
Yeah, for real.
I'm glad we found this event. I'm glad it's funny because ever since we started doing this show, and ever since we started really talking about the indies, the algorithm on our page and stuff starts, every now and then I'll get a thing that says Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor should be interested in this. And that's what popped up. The New England Fan Fest popped up in the algorithm. And I'm like, oh, shoot, okay, let me check this event out. And then I started checking the event out. And then every week you were adding people. I'm like, wow, let me add these flyers to the show. And then I saw Sandman added. I saw the Mountie, and I was like, "Oh, I got to reach out to this guy. I got to get him on." I said, "This is somebody we got to get on the show."
Yeah,
I said, This show's looking to be pretty big. It was the Gangrel. It was once that Gangrel was announced, I was like, "I got to get this. I got to get this guy on."
Well, Gangrel's a big one. He's one of the faces of the Attitude Era. And he wasn't just somebody in the background. He was the leader of the Brood. And he was a big deal. So fans are excited to see him for sure. And for fans that don't know anything about New England Fan Fest, you can check us out on YouTube, All Access Entertainment on YouTube. Again, that's Axxess with 2 X's. We have just about 1,000 videos on there. You can check out all the Q&A sessions from all the previous Fan Fests and New England Hall of Fame, all the induction ceremony videos. So there's a ton of content on there to really give you those roam around videos of all the Fan Fests, so you can see what it's all about, if you've never been.
Nice.
Felicia says, Felicia in the chat,
man.
she says in the chat, I'm catching up on SmackDown and Raw and listening to the podcast. So thank you, Felicia. I actually got to catch up on LFG because I was away covering PBR this weekend, but I feel you. But you got to hurry up and catch up, Felicia, because this weekend's Elimination Chamber, so
it sure is. Speaking of wrestling, Joe's gonna hang out with us and we're gonna talk some wrestling. Let's start with the topics, indie topics. Vince McMahon. This is so crazy. Vince McMahon is rumored to be in talks with Fox for his new wrestling company. Come on, Vince.
Rumor. It's a rumor. He's still going through court stuff. Even though he's settled, he's still he got too much stuff still going on. I think this is just a rumor, and it's going to stay a rumor. I can't see. And if Fox really wanted wrestling back, they would have never have let wrestling. They would have never let SmackDown go to USA.
SmackDown, yeah.
They would have kept.
That's
SmackDown.
what I believe that too. Yeah, and I didn't really like it when it was on Fox. USA has always been really the place for SmackDown and even Raw, at one point. So Fox really, I didn't like it when it was on Fox. Really, I feel like it was certain things they couldn't show. But I wonder, are they going to start doing SmackDown on Netflix too eventually?
It depends how much longer. I think that's a 3-year contract with USA.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah, I think it's a 3-year contract. Might even be 5, but I think eventually they're gonna have everything on Netflix the way it's going.
What concerns me a little bit is, I enjoy Peacock and having all the old content to watch on there. Their contract only goes till 2026, so that's a year away. And at that point, you got to ask yourself, is it going to actually go to Netflix and be the same format where you can just watch anything you want? Because lately they've been putting it all on their YouTube Vault page.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, you wonder if it's going to be on on YouTube, or at this point it seems like they're kind of going for the views and the hits more than the subscriptions.
Yeah, I enjoy Peacock. They could have put Raw on Peacock, and I would have been just fine. I enjoy Peacock. Like Peacock is like the best thing I've ever. When it comes to wrestling, everything that you can watch on there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's everything.
It's great.
Like, I mean, bring you back to when you were a kid watching some of that stuff. Like, I just watched, what was it, the Road Warriors versus Doom. I watched that match. You talking about a crazy match? It was in the 80s. Like, I know, I'm like, yo, like, that was
Speaking
a crazy
of Doom,
match.
we just had Ron Simmons and Teddy Long at the last Fan Fest, and just two of the nicest guys, especially Ron. Like, he is just first class all the way. Somebody I always wanted to work with, finally got to, and everything that you would hope that he is. And Teddy Long too. I mean, he's awesome.
Ron Simmons is the guy. Ron Simmons is right under my photo over there. He's right there
nice. Yep.
That's dope, man. Recently, AEW released Miro, and he defeated Alberto del Patron. So Alberto Del Rio, right? Yeah,
that's his new name. Yeah.
So they're wrestling in Qatar Pro Wrestling. Nice. There's a lot
wrestling.
of
they love wrestling in the Middle East, man. It's
I know,
crazy.
man.
They're like this generation's Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
The Middle East has become what Puerto Rico and Mexico was to wrestling in the 80s and stuff. They're really loving it, and
they love
weird.
everything, every sport though in the Middle East now. Boxing.
But it's weird because the women don't have to follow what the women have to follow. It's just so weird. You see Rhea Ripley over in the Middle East, and she's looking hot as hell. She doesn't have to follow the laws or the rules. It's weird.
Oh, they don't have to cover up over there?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, Rhea and Liv and all them were over there. And
they have to cover up.
They had to
cover. They covered up at every pay-per-view over there.
When they wrestled in the ring, no.
Yeah, they had to wear those like body suits.
You're talking about when they left the arena.
No, when they wrestled, they had to wear the body suits.
Yeah, yep. Saudi Arabia.
Shit,
Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
Okay.
So just think about like how Rumble is going to be now. The next Rumble is in Saudi.
That's right. It's in Saudi.
Yep. So they have to cover up like everything.
It'll be hot as hell.
Yeah, literally hot. Somebody going, and then in Saudi, somebody from Slade's going to serve them peanuts. Nah, I'm just playing.
We went 1 week without the Slades joke. We do have our first female wrestler with a burqa that's coming.
Oh, really?
Yes, we do. It was announced last week. So she's supposed to be making her debut soon. So
nice.
We haven't had that before.
That's dope. Yeah. So like Royal Rumble's gonna be different in Saudi, man. The guys can wear whatever they want to wear, but the women have to cover up their whole bodies. They can't have any skin showing at all.
So they got that body suit. They got to wear the Spanx.
Yeah, they got to wear the
That's
exactly.
what I'm like they're not.
So you don't get to see your girl Rhea. He loves Rhea Ripley, by the way, Joe. So Rhea is like,
mommy's always on top,
That's what she say. Listen, she scared me. I don't know. Rhea is scary, dog. Her husband, I'm sure, as big as he is, he probably scared of her too. I finally told my wife. I said,
"Crazy." She says, she says it's gonna be crazy this weekend. The Rock wants to make Cody a heel. We're gonna get into that.
Oh my goodness, man! I don't even want.
We'll be
wait till we get to WWE. I finally told my wife that I had a thing for Nia Jax, and she was like, "She'll probably beat you." I said, "Yeah, she probably will whoop me."
So you guys see Miro going to WWE again, or?
I don't think so.
No, I don't. No, if he went to Quatar to wrestle, that meant the WWE didn't want him either. So,
okay.
Alistair might be back.
Alistair Black, I think, is coming. I think he's coming to WWE.
Matter of fact, those guys from NXT that were dressed in like with the mask,
Oh,
those might be his guys. They still haven't talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's how they're going to introduce him back, because they got to figure out a way to introduce him back into, you know, and maybe he does come through NXT, wreak some havoc with Obafemi, and then you know they'll do something. They'll do right by him this time, I believe.
What do you guys think about that big clash with Ova and
Moose?
We talked about that last week. Yeah, we were.
That might be WrestleMania.
That's a big one right there.
That's what I said. That could be I forget what it is. I thought it was Stand and Deliver was the Friday night event before WrestleMania, the NXT.
Yeah. Was it Great American Bash?
Yeah, it's one of those. But that's what I feel. I feel like that's what's going to happen that Friday night before WrestleMania, that NXT event.
That's going to be. Oh my goodness, you talking about? That's going to be a great match. I can't wait.
I saw somebody talking today on one of the groups, and they said WWE acquiring TNA was the worst move in wrestling business. And I'm like, you obviously don't know much about wrestling.
Yeah, obviously they know nothing about wrestling at all.
I think it was a slam dunk for WWE to take TNA on. It just works.
For sure.
It works.
Oh, it's a great opportunity for the talent to rise that aren't in WWE. And you get to see new faces and people that are in WWE that maybe aren't doing as much right now. They can shift over there and build them up again over there. Mm-hmm. So it's a good back and forth, I think, you know?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Looks like Kurt Angle is getting a movie about his life from high school to the WWE. That's going to be dope.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people really don't know that Olympic background and how he, you know, I don't think people really know that whole background and how
people don't know, not just the Olympics.
He was.
People don't know about like actual wrestling and like high school wrestling. Like one of my friends, his daughter wrestles, and she is a monster. You hear me? Mm-hmm. she wrestled this past weekend, and she wrestled a girl that beat her last time, and they met again in this tournament for the championship, and she beat her. It was so dope, man. Watching that, like watching wrestling competitively in that format is so dope to me.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why I ended up liking like guys like the Steiners and Kurt and Taz and, you know, that type of wrestling with the slams and all of that. Like I used to love Taz in ECW. Taz was my guy. You know, now he's a little, you know, he acts, I don't like the way they have him portrayed on AEW, but Taz was my guy, man. Suplex machine, man.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
You remember when he debuted against Kurt Angle?
Yes, I do.
That was a good night.
WrestleMania 21? Was it 21?
Oh, that was Royal Rumble 2000.
Royal Rumble, okay, yeah. That's when he first came, yeah.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden, yep.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
That was so, see, now I got to go watch it as soon as we get off of here.
Yeah. And hear that pop, right?
Yeah, seriously. AEW, despite the success of Grand Slam in Australia, the size of the ring has been the controversy. So what is it, smaller?
Yeah, so the usual wrestling ring is 18 by 18, but because of restrictions of the size of the venue, they had to make the ring 16 by 16. Now, some people are going to say, oh, that's only 2 inches. But you have to remember, when you're somebody who trains in a ring and comes off the ropes, that 2 inches is a big difference. So people are complaining and saying that, you know, that they're saying that you could see it. You could see the difference in performances with that 2-inch difference. Jeff Jarrett, I guess, came out and he said something about it. Fans said it. And you know, a person who knows wrestling and loves wrestling, 2 inches is like 2 feet. When you're talking somebody who performs every night, 350-something days a year in a ring,
right?
And now you've changed that ring by 2 inches, you know, each way. That's that's a big difference. That's a big difference. So
Yeah, it makes a difference for guys like Swerve in them too. Like when they're doing a lot of high flying things, they use that momentum to come off the rope.
right. Actually, my 2 feet difference because it's 18
Will
feet by
Ospreay.
18 feet, 16 feet. Yeah, so it's a 2 foot difference on each side. So you're talking 2, 4, 6. That's 8 square feet. That's an 8 square foot difference. That's timing and everything, because if you're practicing and rehearsing and you're wrestling every night at 18 by 18, and now you take that 2 feet away, that's a big deal as far as timing, and especially for just one night. And you know they didn't get much practice time going to Australia. That flight alone is a long flight. So
I know. So that's going to be tough on the wrestlers.
Well, here's my question, in coming to someone who sets up events. I want to know why AEW agreed to go with a smaller ring when you've already set this venue up. I don't understand how this problem happened. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How do you give up? Did you give it up for seats, to sell seats, and is that why there's this big controversy?
Probably.
I'm trying to figure out what the issue was. But I mean, for you, you're a guy, you do events, you set up events and venues and things of that sort. Something like that, I feel like shouldn't have been overlooked or happened, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of puzzling because, I mean, I've seen it done before. The WWF would always use the 16 by 16 whenever they would go to the tent shows, Warwick Musical Theater, Cape Cod Melody Tent. You know, you'd always have the small ring there, and it was noticeably small. And then, obviously, when they go to an arena, they would use the 18 by 18 or the 20 by 20. So they did it for years. But as far as why AEW did it, I mean, it's not like AEW was in a tiny hall or something where they had to do that. So I really don't know what the change would have been for. And if it were to, you know, save those 2 feet for some extra fans, I don't think that were the case either, because if you looked around the ring, it wasn't tighter crowd-wise.
Okay.
So I don't know. I really don't know why they did that change, but certainly when you're putting events together, it can make sense in certain instances. Like I said, you know, small melody tents or, you know, theaters.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to use the smaller ring. NXT probably does it too when they go to little theaters here and there. But yeah, I'm not sure.
I wonder it because they've been in Australia. They go to Australia. I mean, every year. I mean, they've probably had to do this before. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're probably used to it by now. Anyway, used to doing it. Let's talk TNA.
Although I feel like I saw a story about that. Maybe the ring didn't come. Something happened with the transportation.
That might have been what it was.
That might be why.
I feel like I might have seen that, so they had to use what they had, basically. So that might have been the case.
That might be the issue.
Yeah.
If the ring don't show up, that's a
exactly.
Yeah, you need that.
Customs. It's at customs. Stuck at customs.
That's why you gotta have a backup plan, just in case something like that happens. You know. I mean, could you imagine like what they do? Like, what would they do? I don't know.
Reminds me of that WCW video game, Backstage Assault. They had the deepest WCW roster ever and no ring in the game. It's like, come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah. He went back.
He did. He went. I was like, oh my God, he really went there.
And we're like crazy too. I can't wait for 2K25 to come out. I can't wait, man. TNA, Ryan Nemeth files lawsuit against AEW, Tony Khan, and CM Punk for assault and breach of contract. I mean, I guess, you know, what do you think is going to happen? You think he's going to win some money?
Nope. I don't even think they're going to settle one.
I don't either.
You know, I don't think so. I think this is a lost cause. I think
Why did he wait till
name out
now
there.
to do this?
Yeah, yep. I don't know. I don't know because CM Punk is big right now. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I couldn't understand why he waited till this long to do this. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't either. Whatever. WWE news. WWE planning small trials of 5 people with indie talent at certain tour dates. So this is going to be something that they do from now on. Is that what this is?
So they're saying that this is the plan from now on. They're going to take advantage of the tour dates across the world. Not that this isn't just something in America. This is going to be something they're going to do worldwide, and they're going to be. So here's my thought process. Last week we talked on this show about WWE ID and Triple H unveiling belts for this WWE ID, which we've talked about on this show about the fact that WWE ID is going to boost the amount of talent that we're going to see in independent wrestling. Because now you can't just really be this guy who works at 9 to 5 and then you wrestle at the local show on the weekend, because now you're going to have some really hungry people who are really looking to get into the sport. And because WWE is putting their eyes on these independents across the country, around the world, and now pulling people in to become these superstars, and now you've devoted this show by taking the Evolve name, and now you're going to have these indie wrestlers on Evolve, on Tubi. You've now changed the whole aspect of indie promotions across the world, across this country.
Yeah.
You're going to see the type of athlete that you're going to start seeing at the indie promotions across this country is going to boost up, and we're going to see it, and shows are going to benefit from it if they do right. And like I said, it's sad part is that the guys that work their asses off, but they have a 9 to 5, those are the people that are going to kind of die out as they fill this. Now, with WWE saying that they're going to take 5 people and bring them in for tryouts, why are they doing this? Because they've got the success of the LFG show right now. They've got the success of this Evolve show that hasn't even aired yet with indie talent. And then you've got your NXT, which is still people who are just starting in the business. So you've got these 3 successful things that you now have to say, okay, now we need a feeder system for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in order to have a feeder system for this indie talent, we have to start taking some tryouts while we're out there. So I look at this and say, damn, if they do it right, WWE, if they do it right, they keep it secret. Don't tell people when you're coming.
Yeah.
Show up in a town, and then you already know, they already know which independents are the big names. When they come to town, they say, "Hey, I need this guy, this guy, this guy, these 5 people," and you come, and I'll tell you, I hate to say this, I think indie wrestling is going to change as we know it, thanks to the WWE. I think we're going to see an explosion in talent in indie wrestling.
It's gonna, and it looks like it's gonna be so many. This is gonna open up other avenues. Like we might get WCW back at some point.
Well, I keep saying that they're teasing us with the return of a cruiserweight division. They're teasing us.
Yeah.
They're showing us right now. They've got.
And the only reason why I'm saying this is because, but if you think about it, they're expanding, so we might get WCW back. At least maybe like one of the shows, Nitro or something like that, and they might put it on a, another
like
date.
we said, Netflix has really opened the doors worldwide for them. They're seeing analytics and numbers that they've never seen before with this Netflix. And we'll talk again about Netflix when we get into the review of Raw. So.
Yeah, for sure. That's dope, man. WWE did not buy Lucha Underground brand.
I gotta see your thoughts on this, though. I want to see Joseph's thoughts.
Oh yeah, Joe.
The fact that the independents are getting this attention. Your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts?
Yeah,
on
no,
that?
it's huge. I think it's very smart. I mean, there would be no WWF now if Vince didn't cherry pick all the best from all the different territories and promotions back in the day. So essentially, we're doing that again, but we're taking it to the next level, and we're starting from the ground. So, now we're going to all these, territories per se, and we're seeing who has the potential, and we're gonna snatch them up. Just like they did, previously. So it's a good opportunity. I feel like, like you said, they need a feeder system because they have so much content now with Evolve, with NXT, with everything that they do. They have enough of a platform to where they can showcase a lot of people. And yeah, now's the perfect time. There's a lot of talent out there, and even for independent wrestlers that maybe don't get the call right away, there's a lot of opportunity for them right now because independent wrestling is also hot again, like GCW.
That's right.
There's a lot going on, even non-WWE. So I think it's a good thing for everybody right now. But yeah, I think that makes sense, and I definitely see why they're doing it.
Do you think some of these independents now have to kind of up their promotional game? Usually some independents, they come in, they just throw a ring out there and a karaoke speaker, and you know what I'm saying? They're just straight basic, But we see it out here. We see some of the independents now, they're getting the lighting. I've seen some independents now with pyrotechnics. I've seen, do you think we're also going to see that also too, to bring those eyes in?
Well, I think there's a lot of promotions out there that do care, and I think that if you're somebody who didn't really care about presentation and didn't really put a lot of effort in, then you're probably not going to change,
Okay.
But the ones that did care, I could see the ones that did care stepping it up even further, and, because they already have that passion, and, they'll bring it to the next level to get focused and get recognized. But that's the way I see it. I mean, if you're just going out there and playing, then you don't really deserve to be noticed anyway.
Right. Nice.
Right. Yeah. Wow. So WWE did not buy Lucha Underground, but there's still some rumblings about that. The internet is talking.
Yeah.
Lucha Underground, what you think? Do you think that they're going to? What's going to happen with the brand? I mean,
So here's my opinion on this. I had the same incident with Tom Brady in the early Tom Brady retirement. I think this deal was a done deal, but I think this deal got let out the bag before the deal was done. Because when you look at what's going on in the WWE with the cruiserweight division right now that they can establish, they've got Dragon Lee, they've brought Penta in. You've got Rey Mysterio, who is supposedly out injured, but this would, like, in my opinion, if you're going to kick off this Lucha Underground, it starts with Rey Mysterio to be that guy. Rey Mysterio would be that Shawn Michaels to Lucha Underground to what Shawn Michaels is to NXT. You see what I'm saying? And I think what happened here is that the discussions were going on, somebody leaked it too soon, and now everybody's kind of pulled back because it does make sense. It does make sense for them to take it. Conan was on a show 2 weeks ago on a podcast talking about the fact how all of these great guys like Ricochet and them came through that Lucha Underground.
Yep, they sure did.
I think this was a deal, and I think it got leaked too soon, and I think everybody's kind of pulled back because we said this same thing about TNA. Back in October, we were sitting here on this show, and we were saying, damn, TNA is just operating like it's in a holding pattern. The stories are not there. Nothing's going on. What the F is going on with TNA? And then guess what we get? We get into January, and then we get WWE has acquired TNA, and then all of a sudden Joining Grace has signed with WWE, this person, and we're like, there we go. That's what was going on. That's why TNA was in this holding pattern, and the storylines weren't going anywhere. So that's my opinion. I feel like Lucha Underground was almost a done deal. It got leaked, and I think everybody's kind of pulled away. But I think it's coming.
Word. That's
WWE had to capitalize because you had AEW. Whether you see them as competition or not, I mean they are competition, and I think so anyway. Yeah. And they're not on the level of WWE, but they're definitely competition, and you got to play smart moves, and if they took ROH under their wing, you know what I mean? So that was a big move. ROH is well known, so WWE had to do something. You gotta keep building, just keep building.
And they may not be on their level as far as like entertainment, but talent wise, those wrestlers, I mean, they got Japanese guys that are their Japanese programming. So that's something that the WWE really doesn't have. I mean, not like that. The guys that they have, man,
yeah,
it's different. 1027. Netflix does it again. Glow EST versus Morgan and Rodriguez, new tag team champs. I kind of seen this happening just because they're both in the Elimination Chamber. And I think something's going to happen maybe on SmackDown. Something's going to be revealed or something. And they're going to end up, going at it Saturday. Great match, though. These matches that they're putting on every Monday.
Look.
They're going crazy.
Look. First and foremost, first of all, I got to tell my black people out here. For my black people out here who are on social media right now, and you're talking about Triple H. Okay, I saw all these black people out here talking about Triple H is a racist because he made them lose the belts in Black History Month. Shut the F up. Not everything
Idiots.
is an effing racist narrative. The reason why they lost the belts is because we know Jade Cargill is coming back. We also know the Elimination Chamber is this weekend, and you can't have them going in because I think they're setting it up that Naomi was the one that injured Jade Cargill, and I think they're setting Bianca up for Rhea Ripley for WrestleMania. So people, stop with the narrative of racist, dumb crap that
Idiots.
Triple H is racist. You've got Obi Femi down in NXT with a belt. You've got The Rock. Stop it.
Congratulations,
Stop
you
it.
played yourself.
And then again, I've said this on the show since Netflix started doing WWE Raw. How are they gonna keep this up every week, giving us a PLE type main event week after week? And every week I say they can't keep this up. They can't keep this up. They can't keep this up. And this week they put the women out there, and I'm like, they're not going to keep it up tonight. They're not going to do the same thing that they've done the last consecutive week. And guess what they did? I was calling you.
Yeah.
I was like,
we were both watching it while we were on the phone, like on FaceTime.
Even the crowd was like, holy shit. The crowd was just And I hate to say it, but I love that about Netflix, that they don't cut the fans out. It really adds to the show by having the fans not cut.
Agreed.
But again, Netflix is kicking ass. Anybody who was worried about Netflix and WWE, you can go sit down now, because it's above and beyond. It's above and beyond.
Have several seats. Yeah.
It's crazy.
How you feel about Raw, Joe?
I love it. I'm one that has stuck through, the good times and the bad. I've been there since the beginning. But Netflix, definitely brought it to that next level. There's a whole new audience now around the world that can watch it, and it just has a different feel.
Yeah,
it's going the right direction.
I agree. We didn't really check out LFG. We didn't really get the review. So you want to?
Yeah, let's table that for next week, because I had to cover the PBR this weekend.
We'll table that one.
And we'll cover the 2 episodes.
Everybody give their Elimination Chamber predictions.
Damn. Cena. I'm still on Cena. It has to happen. Cena's going that route. He's going to get his WrestleMania match. He's going to win at WrestleMania, and then he's going to retire, and they're going to create a round robin to lead into 2 nights of SummerSlam. That's my prediction. I'm sticking with that one. Women's, after what happened last night, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where this is going to be headed. And then the other thing is Kevin Owens coming off of probably one of the best ladder matches I ever seen in the history of ladder matches with Cody. Is he going to an unsanctioned match with Sami Zayn? Are we going to get the same type of performance that we just got a month ago?
I think so.
I don't know, man.
Like I said, go back and watch their Ring of Honor when they fought in Ring of Honor. That match, it was a ladder match. Go watch what they did. It's gonna be crazy. I'm with you. Cena is gonna win. I don't like it. I don't like this whole we're gonna give him the belt one more time so he can be the person that has the most championships in WWE history. Whatever. I just don't like it. So yeah, Cena's gonna win and go to WrestleMania. And for the women, I think it's gonna be. At first, I would have thought it was gonna be Liv before they won the belts last night. But now I got Bianca. She's gonna win and go and fight Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. I got Bianca.
Oh, I agree with
you,
Bianca
Joe?
Because Liv having the tag titles now, I don't see it happening. They've got that now, so they're not gonna worry about that. I agree with Cena. They've made such a big deal about it and really, stress the fact. So if he were to lose, it would be kind of strange. And if he were to lose, that's really his only shot to get into it, So I don't see how they could really go about getting him into the mix, if he doesn't win. So
nice. Only three minutes over, man. We pulled it out.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on KO and Sami Zayn?
Oh, KO Sammy. I've been there in person for ROH, some of their battles, and I've always been I've been a big ROH fan since Sammy was El Generico, and back in the day. I think it's going to be a crazy match. They're not going to hold back. Elimination Chamber, it's got a lot of eyes on it. It's the road to WrestleMania. They're not going to slouch. This is a big one.
Not at all.
And I don't see Kevin taking the loss.
Oh.
I don't see it happening.
Win. I see Kevin winning too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna win this. But the match is going to be probably match of the night. I'm willing to bet that. Match of the night.
I can see that. Yeah. It's gonna be a great pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great pay-per-view. I can't wait. Like we're gonna be texting like, "Yo, did you just see?"
We're gonna have the Cody Rock, continuation, right?
Yes, that's right. He's supposed to make a decision if he's gonna give up
we're
his
gonna find out what's going on.
Yeah.
If he's gonna go to Cody Black hair.
Yeah.
Cody Black hair.
Black hair, Cody. Yeah, that's basically what it's going. His gear is going to change instead of white. He's probably going to wear black now. It's going to be great for us collectors.
Yeah,
we're gonna
get some new figures, right?
New figs. Yeah, great but I don't know about that storyline though. I don't know, man.
I mean, Cody's a great heel. I feel like that, even if they don't turn him heel, but they get him close.
Yeah,
you're still getting that great quality without having to fully turn him.
That's true. Especially who he is now today, him being a heel would probably be like you said, walk him to the edge. Don't take him, but walk him there.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Joseph, man, thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. One more time, let them know how to reach you. Any of your social media, anything like that, and also how to get their tickets again.
Thank you guys for having me. My pleasure. New England Fan Fest on Facebook. You could follow us there. Also, All Access Entertainment on Facebook with 2 X's. And, of course, allaccessentertainment.com is the website. You can pre-order the tickets for FanFest 10th annual, and it's going to be Saturday, April the 5th, Seekonk, Massachusetts, at the Ramada Inn Hotel. We've got about 20 stars and about 60 vendors, so it's going to be something for everybody.
Get ready, y'all. You don't want to miss this. For your boy Lito and Sinista1, this is Turnbuckles and Spilled Liquor Podcast, and we will see y'all later.
Me in vantage point, so I can't abandon joints. Gotta grab the coins, pay me wickedly. Superman of Thor, who am I? Haters mimic me, and they fans cheer him on with their capabilities. Wow, double entendre, crazy lyrically. Had to read a page in Timothy to take it seriously. Cause I ain't scared, I ain't got no fear, baby, get with me. Open doors for the people, you can say it's chivalry. I drop bombs, it'll be a day in infamy. Mainly cause all my ops feeling painful instantly. Stay for sympathy, not me. Creating imagery that everybody you like, I made a simile. Facts.